It's a new month, and we are kicking it off with having a little different kind of fun on the show today. We're going to be bringing you some fitness trivia. So let's go ahead and have some fun while we learn some weird and probably useless facts about fitness that are going to make us really have a good perspective on really how fitness is much deeper than just working out and eating right. Let's dive into today's episode. What is going on, friends? Hey, welcome to the first week of February, and we're going to switch it up a little bit. I decided that I wanted to have some fun talking with you about some fitness trivia. And so we're going to dive into some different fitness trivia questions that I kind of found online. I was searching, and I want to say that most of these questions came from a site that I found, like watercoolertrivia.com or something like that. So if any of these facts are not actually true, or maybe they're just stupid trivia questions, we're going to go ahead and point all the blame to Water Cooler Trivia. But I thought it'd be fun to just take some time because I was looking through this and there are some very interesting things that popped out to me. And I thought it'd be fun for you and I to take a chat and get to learn some of these things. So I will go ahead and read the question, and then I'll give you just a second or two to maybe think of what your answer might be. I want you to think of that answer in your head, and then I'll go ahead and give you the answer. And maybe this turns out to be super dumb. You hate it and you never want to do another episode like that. And that's okay, let me know. But maybe you decide that, hey, that was actually a lot of fun and I learned a thing or two and you'd like to do more episodes like this. Maybe we'll sprinkle one in from time to time. But again, let's dive into some fitness trivia. If we haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet, my name is CJ Werkamp. I own the Fit Body Bootcamp locations here in Sioux Falls, and I'm seriously just on a mission to help you and anyone watching or listening just get fit and healthy in our community and learn all the different ways that they can do it, whether that's through Fit Body or the different places of fitness or businesses that offer health and fitness advice in our community. And I want to just help you be able to live confidently through progressing in your health and your fitness. If Fit Body is right for you, I'd love to have you come check it out. In the description of this episode, you can find a link to claim a free week. Or if you can't find that link, just go to fitbodydeal.com and you can claim a free week. As I say, when you get to that link, you'll see another video of me in this studio. But leave your credit card at home. Come try Fit Body out. If it's right for you, we'll lock arms together. And if it's not right for you, we might be able to even help point you on the right path. Again, that's fitbodydeal.com. Otherwise, let's dive into some fitness trivia. I've got my computer here all pulled up with the trivia. So diving into our first question of the day. In 1960, which president wrote an article for Sports Illustrated entitled "The Soft American"? It created, and then he created fitness councils to come up with personal and physical education curriculums for the schools. So in 1960, the president in the Sports Illustrated created a article called "The Soft American," and then from that they created fitness councils, created physical education curriculums for the schools. Who would that be? What president? In 1960. The answer is John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy. I thought that was interesting because that totally created a whole movement on making sure that we are educating our schools and the kids on health and fitness. Unfortunately, I think that as of lately, that education has kind of steered away a little bit from making sure that our kids are staying active and fit and healthy in school. However, I've got another question kind of further down about that as well. All right, next question. One summer day in July 1922 in Lake City, Minnesota, guy by the name Ralph Samuelson, he used household items to invent What water surface sport? Samuelson went on to perform and teach that sport for over 20 years. It's crazy to think in 1922, this guy, Ralph, he just created or used two household items to create this sport, this water surface sport known as water skiing. Crazy to think that he used two household items and just skied across the water on those, which now we have water skiing because of Ralph Samuelson in 1922. All right, between the year 1982 and 1995, what two-time Academy Award-winning actress in the two Academy Awards went to Clute and Coming Home sold 17 million VHS copies in her workout series. So between the year 1982 and 1995, what two-time Academy Award-winning actress sold 17 million VHS copies in her workout series? We all know her. We all love her. The one and only Jane Fonda. I just love it. Jane Fonda, her and her leotard and the way that she brought fitness and her workouts to the world. Seriously, I think it was 2 years ago, maybe it was last year, a couple of our lady coaches at the gym, they actually held like a Jane Fonda night. And I want to say that they even pulled up some Jane Fonda workouts. They played them on the screen in the gym and they worked out to them. It was fun, just something fun for our team and clients to do. But Jane Fonda, wow, 17 million VHS copies. Wild. I wonder, do any of you have one of those VHS copies at home? If you do, maybe comment down below. I'd love to know. Were you one of the 17 million copies sold, or do you have one? All right. What New York City-based fitness technology company raised around $75 million in its approximately 4 years in business before being acquired by Lululemon for $500 million in 2020. That's just wild. In 4 years, they were able to raise $75 million for their company. Then they sold it to Lululemon for $500 million in 2020. Obviously, 2020 was the pandemic year, COVID year, and this just went off the charts. Lululemon bought the company Mirror in 2020 for $500 million. Mirror is it's actually kind of cool. It's like a mirror that goes on your wall, and somehow this personal trainer appears on the mirror and they walk you through a workout. So kind of wild, but they bought it. Lululemon bought it for $500 million in 2020, the company Mirror. All right. In 2022, a financial tech, or they call it fintech or fintech, I don't know, startup, Aura, partnered with which luxury fashion brand to bring you a $950 fitness tracking ring that is certified bling? So 2022, this startup tech company, financial tech company, Aura, partnered with what luxury fashion brand? So what is the luxury fashion brand that Aura partnered with? And that would be, what's your answer? The answer is Gucci. So Aura partnered with Gucci, and they now have a $950 fitness ring. So if you've got some extra moolah laying around and you want to track your fitness in style, you can grab yourself a Gucci Aura ring for only $950. So hey, buy two, give me one. Sounds great. All right, next one we got. A great workout can make you feel great physically and mentally, in part because of what feel-good hormone that gets released by your nervous system. So when you work out, you feel great, and your nervous system releases a certain hormone. Do you know what that hormone is called? What's your answer? The answer is endorphins. Endorphins are what get released during your workout to make you feel good. So we definitely want more of those endorphins being released so that we feel good more often. All right, we've talked about them once already in our trivia game here today, but what athleisure brand was once designed with a specific avatar in mind That avatar was a 32-year-old woman named Ocean, and she made over $100,000 a year. So this company, they created their avatar, and the avatar that they created that was going to come shop at their store, that was going to buy their brand, was a woman. She was 32 years old. Her name was Ocean, and she made over $100,000 a year. What company made that avatar? What's your answer? The answer is Lululemon. So Lululemon set out and they imagined that who would be shopping at their stores would be a 32-year-old gal making $100,000 or more a year named Ocean. So Ocean, if you're out there, if you're watching this and you're 32, you make $100,000, Lululemon was created for you. But kind of just cool to think about these brands, and that interests me, obviously, owning Fit Body and having to think about like, what is our avatar and who is it that purchases our services. It just made me interested to know that Lululemon set out with that avatar in mind. All right. To train for a race back in the 1970s, a guy by the name Ed Pauls built a static cross-country skiing machine in his, the town is called Chaska in Minnesota. And it's the origin of what exercise equipment company that is based in Utah. So in 1970, this guy was getting ready to train for a race, and he built a static cross-country skiing machine that later went on to now become known as what exercise equipment company? What is your answer? The answer is Nordic Track. And I found that one to be interesting because I've been in plenty gyms before and seen plenty of them, the treadmill or the elliptical with that Nordic Track brand on it. And it just surprised me again. 1970, this Ed Pauls guy in Chaska, Minnesota, because he was training for a race, created this machine, and then from there built a whole exercise fitness equipment company called Nordic Track off of it. And that just kind of surprised me. So I wanted to throw that one in here. All right, moving on. The next one. We've got this one here. Play 60, which encourages kids to be active for 60 minutes a day, was launched in 2007. It has committed over $350 million to youth health and fitness campaigns. What sports league is responsible for the Play 60 initiative? Play 60. It encourages kids to get 60 minutes of activity a day. Let's see here. What sports league is responsible for bringing that to us? Your answer is, the answer is National Football League. The NFL is who brought us the Play 60 initiative. Kind of interested in that, so I looked into that a little more. Pretty cool little initiative. So if you want to, check that out. The Play 60 brought to us by the NFL. All right, this one's kind of interesting just because it was actually something that we use here at the gym for things that we do. And so I wanted to add this one because it is this. A type of remote project management software shares what name for a general yoga posture that helps one relax and really helps them relax after remote project management. So this is a remote project management software, and it's one that we actually use here at the gym, but it was named after a yoga pose, which can help you relax after doing remote project management. Your answer is? And the answer is Asana. Now, Asana is kind of cool. It's, like it says, it's a remote project management software. And why we use it here at the gym is because as we've grown, we now have over 20 team members. And to keep all 20 team members on task and to know what all of us are doing and who's doing what and when deadlines are to be met and all the different things, we were running into kind of a bit of a roadblock, making sure that we were all getting that done. And we landed on the software Asana, and we've now been able to use that. Super cool. It has an app. It has a desktop-based deal. They have a free version, and they also have a paid version. We were able to use that free version for so long, but now our team has gotten to a point where we need to add in the paid version to get more seats into our Asana platform. But if you at all are looking for a way to track your projects, man, Asana has been awesome. And I just thought that was kind of interesting that it was actually named after a yoga pose. I don't know a ton about yoga. However, I probably should know more about it because it would definitely help with my flexibility. But Asana is named after yoga. All right. Also, a term for a component of a spacecraft. So this one here, it's a term for a component of a spacecraft. What T-word exercise, so this exercise starts with the letter T. So what T-word exercise means a barbell or dumbbells that combines a front squat with an overhead press. So you take the barbell or you take the dumbbells, you kind of put them up by your shoulders, and then it combines a squat to a press. What would that name of the exercise? Remember, it starts with the letter T. What is your answer? The right answer is thruster. And yes, we do those at FitBody. Always, usually, if you go to Central, we usually do them. Central has like 6 designated kind of stations. We usually do them down by station 4 or 5 because that's where the big dumbbell rack is. And then West, of course, also has kind of 6 designated stations where we got 2 dumbbell racks. So you kind of do them maybe in the middle of the gym over there. All right, moving on. Who starred in the 80s workout video series Sweatin' to the Oldies, as well as his own television workout show? Now, come on. Kind of goes hand to hand with Jane Fonda. I'm going to read it one more time. Who would it be? Who starred in the 80s workout video series Sweatin' to the Oldies, as well as his own television workout show? What is your answer? And the correct answer is Richard Simmons. Richard Simmons. Now, I don't know when this was. This was actually at our old location. So we moved into our newer location right off of Minnesota Avenue in 2020, the COVID year. But before that, FitBody was located just off of Minnesota, and we had like a throwback day. And we had quite a few people showing up dressed just like Richard Simmons. But seriously, an icon in the fitness world. Moving on. What annual testing program used in schools between the 1950s and 2010s included such challenges as the pull-up or the flex arm hang, V-sit, the sit and reach, and then also the shuttle run? So between 1950 and the 2010s, what annual testing program at schools included pull-ups, V-sit and reach, and shuttle run? Your answer? The correct answer is the President's Physical Fitness Test. I had to look that one up because when it said that it was only ran until 2010, I was kind of curious. I guess I wasn't aware. Maybe I knew this. I don't know, maybe not. But I wasn't aware that they didn't still do that today. I remember actually a while back with this one as well. I feel like at FitBody, we've done all the different things and just tried to have all the different types of fun with our clients and really make fitness as fun as possible. But I remember one day we were sitting in our office. Again, this was at the old gym. And Vicky, one of our coaches, she's the main gal that runs our central location. Literally, Vicky is an amazing gal. If you don't know Vicky yet, we actually shot an episode with her. I think it was like episode 2 or 3 of the Fit and Healthy Sioux Falls show. Just changed her life through health and fitness, and now is one of my main gals on my leadership team. But we were in the office at the old gym, and we were talking, and we're like, we should do the presidential physical fitness test as adults. And so we actually ordered a sit and reach, and crazy, it's actually still sitting in my storage unit. It's blue, it's a sit and reach. And so if you're watching this and you're like, hey, I want to do that, you should bring it back. Comment down below, and if I get enough comments, we will create a adult version of the President's Physical Fitness Test. We'll invite you. You don't got to be a client, but we'll invite you in. We'll have a lot of fun doing that. But she's like, let's do it. So we ordered that thing and we did it. We had some fun with it, but with all things, all good things must come to an end. I think we did it maybe, a handful of times and then haven't done it since. But the President's Physical Fitness Test, but it sounds like, they don't do it anymore. When Obama was a president, he actually changed it up and is now a different type of testing, one where people aren't preparing and training for one specific testing event, but one where apparently they can get more people added into it. So I didn't read too much into it, but I found that kind of interesting. I've got one last question for you for today. And I put this one in here because it was definitely interesting to me. I don't know if you like this or not, if you had fun with the different fitness trivia. If you did have fun with the fitness trivia, please let me know in the comments down below, or let me know that you didn't like it. Either way, that's just fine. I will not take offense if you're like, nah, I didn't like it. I want you to go back to your other ways of delivering the show with more value. But if it is fun for a breakup, we can definitely add it in from time to time. But our last question of the day: what word of French origin that means platoon, so the word means platoon, is used to describe the main pack of riders in a cycling race? Found this to be interesting. What would you say? What word of French origin that means platoon is used to describe the main pack of riders in a bicycle race? Your answer? The answer is Peloton. Thought that kind of interesting, just obviously with Peloton, the ride-on bike. I thought it was interesting that the name of Peloton came from the word platoon in French, which means that main pack of riders in a cycling race. I didn't know that. Don't know if you did or not. But hey, those have been our trivia questions for today. Again, we normally don't do episodes like this. Normally, they are value-driven with different tips and ideas that you can add into your life to get better health and fitness results. Also, a couple episodes ago, we got to introduce you to South Dakota Aerial and Arts with their bungee fitness. So just super cool. I have a couple more interviews that I'm working on getting lined up. Truth to be told, we had them lined up, and then the snowstorm of last month messed that all up. But we've got some different fitness companies from town coming on the show, and we also have some different kind of well-being companies coming on the show. But hey, thank you for being part of the Fit and Healthy Sioux Falls community. Do me a huge favor, like this episode, subscribe to us on YouTube, and share this with a friend. I don't know, maybe you got some friends that are bored on a drive and they want to listen to some fitness trivia, but check it out, take a look at it. As always, thank you so much for being you, doing what you do, being here so that I can do what I do. Have an awesome day. Know that you're worth it, and I will catch you on next week's episode of Fit and Healthy Sioux Falls. All right, have a great day. Bye, friend. Peace.